George Lorimer here. I want to talk to you about loans. It's very important. We sell a lot of condos, and certain condominium projects can have certain loans. Let's talk about the two big ones that we see for the first-time home buyer type thing is FHA. So that's Federal Housing Administration. They're by HUD, the Housing and Urban Development. So those are 3.5% down payment. Okay, so 3.5% down payment, which is a pretty low down payment. And you do have to occupy the property. With that, there's usually about 2 to 3% closing cost on that, and we can negotiate that for the seller to pay for it. It can be included within the interest rate, or it can be added on top of the loan. So you have some options there. So if you have 3.5%, 4% down payment, you should be fine to go FHA. If you're looking to buy a condo, the whole complex has to qualify for FHA. If you're looking to find what they call a PUD, a planned unit development, it's usually kind of like a townhome, that can qualify for an FHA as well, and it doesn't have to be on the qualified list. Now, VA is similar. You have to have a certificate of eligibility, so you will have to have been one of our heroes that served in the military that has VA eligibility, and you can buy as much as 0% down. Same thing, we can finance the closing cost and what they call the funding fee. So if you'd like to explore this, just reach out to me, and either if it's condominium, it has to be VA qualified in order to qualify for a VA loan. The PUDs, they can qualify for a VA loan, and a house can qualify for a VA loan. Now, we're in San Diego County and it's 2019. Approximately the cap on it is $690,000 on the VA loan for 0 down. Let's say we sold one this year for $1.6 million that the guy went VA financing. So how does that work? Well, the good news is he doesn't have to bring in all that additional cash. So what he had to do is you take the $690, let's say you buy a place for $1,690,000, the loan will be $690 plus the veteran or the buyer has to bring in 25% of that additional $1 million. So in this case, he bought a home for $1,690,000 with $250,000 down, because it was $1 million over the VA limit, and he had to bring in 25% of the $1 million, which was $250,000. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Another thing too, because we do sell a lot of condos, there's only certain types of loans that can go with condos. So if you're with Wells Fargo, Bank of America, a lot of times our San Diego condos, because of owner occupancy or something, will be considered non-warrantable, which they won't match the Fannie Mae guidelines. So a lot of times we have very good lenders that can help you and do it with 3 to 5% down for owner occupied and have a very competitive rate. So since we do this all the time, we know the proper banks to work with based on the specific kind of property that you're getting. Another thing is, if you're getting a luxury type of loan, some of the banks right now, Union Bank is a portfolio lender. They have great products for jumbo, over $1 million loan. Sometimes they have 40-year terms, sometimes it's interest only. Some of the loans, if you're buying, a couple $1 million home, they use the assets that you have from stocks and bonds pledged against that, but you don't necessarily have to cash them out. So hopefully this gives you some good info. Now, I'm a realtor. I help people buy and sell and invest in real estate. I've been doing it for a lot of years. I can help you, hook you up with the right lender based on what you have going on. Reach out to me, George Lorimer, 619-846-1244. Your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. Thanks.